So, got my nice new carpeting. Put them on there. Down, some nice wood trim. Over here, it fit perfect. It just butted right up against there. I cut it perfect. I was surprised. I'm gonna use for that stuff right there. Cut out a couple floor mats for the front. And so I just noticed the check engine light came on. I'm so upset. The van's running great. Absolutely, been driving all day. No problems, nothing, no signs of anything. But you never know. So I'm going over here to what do you call it? O'Reilly Auto Parts, and I'm gonna have them put the little computer on there and plug it in and see what is gonna cost me more money, because that's the name of my life. That's the way of my life. Just I'm gonna have to eventually just start laughing at all this, because I can't take much more of it. Literally cannot take much more of this. So see you in a minute. Hey, good morning everybody. It is a Friday morning and it's kind of cool outside. I don't know what the temperature is, but I do know this phone ain't standing upright. There we go. Yeah, I love this new carpeting. It is so nice. It is it's just so soft, and I found a place for my guitar. Look at this. All I did is put the guitar behind the TV. It holds it perfect. It doesn't bounce around or nothing. It just holds. There's a perfect holding place because there's a little ledge right there. But I need to I think I need to make some coffee, and let's see. Don't know what I did with the pot. Oh, it's probably back here. Yep, it's back here. It's where I always put it, where I've always left it. Yeah, I never told it. I guess I never told anybody that I was a pilot. I started flying I started flying back in 1995. And then when I had my son, I quit for a while. And then nobody ever wanted to fly with me. My wife didn't want to fly. Johnny he was always scared to fly. It was always, you know, I mean, I can understand a little boy being afraid to fly, but my wife didn't want to fly, and so I kind of gave it up. Then I started flying again back in, well, it must have been around 10 years ago. And I was at it really heavy. I was flying all the time. I got all my hours in. I got my medical done. I got my hours in. I did everything that I needed to do. And then then a couple years later, my license expired. I never renewed it. And I haven't flown since. So, but it would just take a few more times to go back up and then recertify. No big deal. That kid, the voice you heard, the kid I was talking to, real young kid, maybe in his 20s. Seemed like a really good kid to go flying with. I'm gonna find out who he is, because the guy that I learned from now he's a really old guy. Not really old, but he's pretty old. He's you know, he's probably, wow, he was talking about back flying in Vietnam, so shoot, he's got to be in his 80s. I'm gonna look him up real quick. I'm gonna say he's like 80 something. He's a really good guy though. He taught me a lot. And I really appreciate him. Let's see here. He is I was just gonna look him up here. Yeah, I was just looking here at I punched in his name and it came up all the way to become a pilot. First solo flight by student pilot in a 172. Flying the Cessna 172. First solo student pilot. So that'd be back what I'd have to do, go back into fly with a certified pilot for about 4 or 5 times. And then I always flew VFR with when I flew though. I never got my VFR is visual flight rules. I never got my my instrument, my IFR. I never got that because I don't plan on flying in any bad weather. I don't plan on flying, you know, if I'm gonna fly, it's gonna be on a nice day, nothing, no weather, no long distance. The most I ever flew was an hour. That's what you fly for. You get warm up there. You get hot. And then when it's cold, you get cold. When you got a little heater up there, but you don't have any air conditioning. So when you're flying on a 100-degree day, you want to get up there around. You want to be up there around 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 feet. You don't want to. You want to be. You want to get some. You have little windows you can crack about that much. And they open on the side, but there's no air conditioning, and it's really, really warm. So but yeah, that's it. Yeah, but I love it. I love flying. Oh boy, I'm tired. I got up kind of early. And let me like this. So I figured I would talk real quick about just about flying. I'll give you some a bit of the details of what made me fall in love with flying. So when I was a little kid, I was still in high school. Actually before that, and then once I got in high school, I started thinking about it. That's all I would think about is flying but I was always scared. I was always really scared to fly. Just couldn't handle it. I made coffee and I only had a McDonald's cup to put it in, so I just added some water and so it doesn't burn my hand. But back to flying. I started getting more comfortable. Well, Angie's uncle, her other uncle, her dad's brother, he was a pilot for a lot of years. He's a lot older than me. He was a commercial pilot in Canada. So one day, Marilyn, Angie's dad, Angie's uncle, and myself, we went up in a Cessna 172. And we flew out of Windsor Airport, and we flew around for a couple hours, maybe about an hour and a half. And and that's when I got the bug. That is what, ever since then, I was only like 16 years old, and that's all it took right there. So I still had a fear of flying though, and I wouldn't fly. I didn't want to learn yet, but I knew that I was gonna end up doing it one day, because Ted let me fly the airplane. Now it's like when you go up and fly, they let you, when you hold on to the yoke, which I'll just do it in regular terms. When you hold on to the steering wheel, when you turn it, that doesn't make you go left. When you turn it right, that don't make you go right. That makes the plane go bank left or bank right, but you don't go that way. So when I was flying with Ted, Marilyn and Ed were in the back seats, and here I am in the front seat with Ted. Ted's in the pilot. No, Ted actually let me sit in the pilot seat. Ted was sitting I was in the captain's seat. Ted was in the co-pilot seat. So here I am. I mean, you can fly either one. It don't matter. A Cessna flies, or most planes fly. All planes, put it that way. All planes fly from left or right. But usually the captain sits in the right seat. So anyways, we're flying, and he let me, and back then I thought I was steering the plane, because I'm going to the left. He's using his feet to make the plane, do the actual turn. So here I am thinking that, I'm out here, I'm flying, yeah, and I'm telling the guys, when I got back, I remember telling my buddy Chris, yeah, I got to fly the plane. You ought to see me. I was, because I asked him to go, but he couldn't go, and yeah, so I loved it. And then flying is pretty fun, and it's kind of easy. Taking off is really easy. It's the landing that's really, really tough. Yeah, it's no joke landing a plane. Taking off can be kind of dangerous too. If you take off and you're at the wrong angle, you can stall that plane out, and you ain't gonna land it. You need to be up in the air. You need to be up a couple thousand feet if you want to do an emergency landing. You ain't gonna do it at no 400 feet. You stall out. You may as well just say a prayer. So, all right. Well, that's all for our morning. My morning. What I call it before? My morning take. That's my morning take on Airplanes 101. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna. Yep, it's good again. I was afraid it might not be good. Here, I'm gonna show you, just in case you didn't see it earlier in the beginning. Here, let me take a look. So that's the new carpeting, and then I got a runner over there. I got a runner over there with my shoes and my boots, which I'm gonna put up the boots. The shoes I can use today. Well, maybe it's raining. I might wear my boots today. And then I have this runner here, this extra carpeting. I'm going to use this for front floor mats. So that'll be cool. But yeah, I like this a lot. And there's my feet, and there's my cooking pot. So, oh, and I think I put this up too. I put this bungee cord up because because these are falling out, but now they don't. They come out to about there and they stay, and they usually get pushed back. That's why it's bungee cord. It pushes them back. So Okay, I'll, one of the subscribers said that I never noticed it, but a subscriber said that I talk fast. And I never noticed that. I mean, nobody's ever said anything to me. I don't know if it's true. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I was laughing because I've never heard that before. And I don't know. So, all right. Y'all have a good morning. I'll see you later. I'll get this video up sooner than later. So I'll talk to y'all. Yeah, talk to you around lunchtime. Peace, everybody.